The United Nations General Assembly declared May 3 to be the World Press Day. This was to raise awareness of the importance of freedom of the press and remind governments their duty to respect and uphold the right to freedom of expression enshrined under Article 19 of the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights. At the 25th anniversary of adoption of this day, Zimbabwe is among countries continuously mentioned as having a hostile environment for the operation of journalists. The question at hand is it still relevant to celebrate the World Press Freedom Day in Zimbabwe?
May 3 is when we celebrate World Press Freedom Day. The day is relevant because we as the media, we come together to honor the works that we have done to educate, inform society. And then in Zimbabwe, we are facing a number of challenges, such as self-censorship, propaganda, and regulations. But I hope that with time, the relevant authorities can come together to nurture and protect the media.
It's the fourth estate of government, and it's important in that the press keeps people informed of happenings around them. It's also a watchdog for the people. So yes, if there is one country that needs to celebrate our Press Freedom Day, it's Zimbabwe.
World Press Freedom Day means we are fighting for our rights as reporters, our rights as journalists. You know what? There's a lot of things that deter us from doing our job as way we might want to do it as media people. There's a lot of infringement of our rights from government or other people that are involved in this work that we do.
Our constitution promotes freedom of the media and expression. However, this is hampered by interference and the implementation of strict media laws.
Our situation in Zimbabwe is very complex because there's a lot of intervention from the state, but sometimes these are political issues. If you see that Dzamara himself was a political figure in as much as he was a journalist, in as much as he tried to express himself even through the media, because he is one of us. So our case is very complex, but there is more need to ensure that journalists worldwide or even here in Zimbabwe, their rights are protected.
Though the media environment is improving slightly following a constitutional court ruling on criminal defamation and comparative lessening of physical attacks against journalists, there is continued lack of movement to enact regulatory reforms, particularly in the broadcast sector.
Really commemorate this World Press Freedom Day in Zimbabwe, even though the government is not willing to give us licenses to go on air and start broadcasting. Generally, as a Zimbabwean, I feel the community media actually gives the people at grassroots an opportunity to come together, deliberate on issues, and build their communities.
I'm sure maybe on the law side it's a bit strict and tough, but then now look at the internet with the advent of social media. People out there are really saying what they want. Like certain journalists are there, go to Facebook, people are picking these stories. Now things have changed. The trend has moved from newsrooms breaking stories, but now stories are being broken where people's phones, mobile phones, just like they're doing now. So yes, things are changing slowly, and they will change. I'm positive of that.
Talking about issues of us being able to do our work more freely now, we are given the new constitution that was signed in 2018. It gave us a semblance of media freedom, because it's explicitly now being said what our rights should be like. The previous constitution did not spell out that the work of journalists was, especially when you talk about issues to do with freedom of expression. Now it's explicitly spelled out in the new constitution. So yes, there's a much change, although there's still need for more actions regarding the laws. And also we welcome the fact that there is issue of defamation of character.
In Bulawayo, there was no gathering to mark the Press Freedom Day.
Any celebrations, but it's not a fact of having to celebrate. Sometimes it's a matter of principle that even if we don't throw parties to really say that as journalists we are marking the Press Freedom Day, we're saying in our hearts we know even in terms of law, the law must be more pronounced, in as much as we would like to say the celebrations will signify a difference or not, but we're saying that we should know it. The state actors, government, private sector should know how our journalists should be handled, how as journalists maybe should exercise also our rights, because there is still need to have an issue of regulation in as much as you want to be free in terms of performing our duties.
This year's Press Freedom Day runs under the theme Access to Information and Fundamental Freedom. This is your right.